Hey, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Star Wars Coffee, where in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at a returning character coming to the Kenobi series on Disney+. That's today here on Star Wars Coffee. Greetings, Exalted Ones. Greetings to all you Jedi, Padawans, and younglings out there. This is Star Wars Coffee, covering everything you need to know about the latest developments, news, and leaks in Star Wars, and as always, giving you my analysis. Obi-Wan Kenobi, the legendary Jedi Master, coming to Disney Plus via Ewan McGregor in a Disney Plus original series. We already know that this series is going to only span about 6 episodes. It's going to be a singular season, and rumored each of these episode lengths are rumored to be the length of a full movie, which if you ask me is better than the original plan of getting an anthology film. We know that Ewan McGregor has been lying about reprising his role as Obi-Wan for at least 5 years at this point, going back to that famous Collider interview where he was asked point blank about it and he said, "I'm not sure I'm at liberty to say really," and kind of laughed it off. Well, now we know that it's coming to Disney Plus. Shooting starts next March, and I am fantastically excited to see Obi-Wan return to the big screen. With that being the case, we already know a bit about what this plot is going to revolve around. And that is the fact that it's going to take place between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope, where Ewan McGregor's Obi-Wan Kenobi is going to have to make peace with what happened and figure out how to move forward while protecting Luke Skywalker. So, one of those returning characters likely to focus on is going to be involved in flashbacks. We already have a bunch of rumors that this series is going to be heavily focused on flashbacks, as Obi-Wan is going to try and get over the fact and try and understand everything that happened to him during Revenge of the Sith, and that includes not only Anakin Skywalker, but also this returning character, Commander Cody. Cody will be in the show according to Kessel Run Transmissions, and it's going to be unsure as whether he's going to be in it as a stormtrooper or as a clone trooper in flashbacks. So, likely if my money was on it, I would say it's going to be involving flashbacks, given the fact that Order 66 was such a traumatic event in terms of not only Obi-Wan's life, but just in terms of the galaxy. For those of you who are unsure about Commander Cody, who maybe didn't watch the Clone Wars and get all of the extra details on it, in the actual live-action films, we didn't really get to see a ton of Cody, especially considering the Clone Wars, nothing near as amount of that. But for those of you who are unaware of this and are more of a general audience live-action viewer, Commander Cody was a natural and practical leader in the Clone Army. Cody was a good fit for Obi-Wan Kenobi, whom he is particularly loyal, or at least was. Cody's keen ability to strategize combined with his fierce combat style in the heat of battle earned him the respect of the Jedi, and of his fellow clones as well. He often worked with Captain Rex, with whom he became friends. Cody enjoyed a close relationship with Obi-Wan, often sharing a tension-busting joke with him during intense moments on the battlefield. When Darth Sidious gave Order 66, however, Cody's loyalty to Kenobi was eclipsed by his clone indoctrination, and he ordered his troops to fire on the Jedi. The leader of the renowned 212th Attack Battalion, Commander Cody fought alongside Obi-Wan during many battles, developed a working relationship marked by mutual trust and camaraderie. Cody was sometimes cautious but always highly capable, leading his troops effectively on missions ranging from straightforward infantry assaults to infiltration raids. He formed a friendship with his fellow clone Captain Rex, who served Anakin Skywalker. Despite Cody's friendship with Obi-Wan, he didn't hesitate when he received Order 66 from the Supreme Chancellor Palpatine at the end of the Clone Wars. Obeying the Republic's Commander-in-Chief, Cody gave the order to fire on his Jedi General, then sent to see if he'd been killed. So, likely I say flashbacks because of everything that I just informed you about Commander Cody. Commander Cody was very trusted with Obi-Wan. They had a good relationship. Not only that, but Captain Rex was also involved because Obi-Wan and Anakin were always together, as General Grievous was saying in the Clone Wars, where you see Kenobi not long after Skywalker. So, Obi-Wan and Captain Rex had this relationship, and I know that Obi-Wan was still unsure about everything that happened with Order 66, essentially just having to learn everything off the cuff, as he not only learned about Order 66, but then had to go confront Anakin. So all of this likely a traumatic event for Obi-Wan, not as well as it would have been for anybody, knowing that all of your Jedi had essentially been betrayed by these clones, by Palpatine, who you were under the presumption was the Chancellor. Although Obi-Wan was suspicious of him, Cody being in the show marks a good point for the idea that Obi-Wan still has to cope with everything that happened, not only with Anakin but as well as his clone army, which Disney has been shying away from the prequels up until recently. Bringing Palpatine back is a good segue into it, as well as bringing Temuera Morrison back, which is where this also ties in and gains a little more credibility. So Temuera Morrison, we already know, is going to be returning to The Mandalorian. Not only was this confirmed by The Hollywood Reporter, by Variety, by other outlets, but it was also confirmed by his agency. His agency has Boba Fett listed in Season 2 of The Mandalorian as one of his acting roles. And with this being the case, this makes it likely that he could easily be returning for a much larger role, given the fact that he played the clones in the prequels, and as well as the fact that he's going to be in live action already in Season 2 of The Mandalorian. And we also know that Ewan McGregor did his costume test on set of The Mandalorian for Kenobi. He's already done his costume test. I just did a video about that a little while ago, so you can check that out in the Kenobi playlist series on the channel. But this all provides a promising outlook for Commander Cody to be returning in the show. Temuera Morrison returning to The Mandalorian is the biggest indication that this is not only plausible, but likely possible, as the fact that Temuera Morrison returning for what we expect to be a one-off cameo in The Mandalorian, perhaps for an episode 2 at the most, likely moving Temuera Morrison's rumored Boba Fett show closer to see how live-action audiences respond to him. And if Temuera Morrison is dug by fans once again, it would only make sense that he would end up in the Kenobi show, continuing to go off of that fandom. Because believe it or not, Disney, while Star Wars is its own entity, Disney is a business first and foremost, and their objective is to make money. And by providing actors that make fans happy and enthused about the series and shows you're producing, this is not only a simple decision in terms of show structure and in terms of plot to develop Obi-Wan as a character, but also in terms of making fans happy and gaining a lot more audience retention. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. Thank you guys for watching. May God bless you and the Force be with you always. If you enjoyed this episode, and frankly, even if you didn't, don't forget to subscribe.
Do it!
And if you want to help spread the word, please give this video a thumbs up and tell your friends to subscribe. Please check out the official Star Wars Coffee merchandise, and don't forget to check out all of the content playlists on this channel, including The Rise of Skywalker, The Mandalorian, and much more.